Yes, I love you.
My name is Monique Powers, and I'm a self-publisher and a licensed esthetician with a cosmetology and manicuring license. In 2020, I closed both of my studios and moved into a custom-built van I named Azalea. Take a peek at my version of van life. My personal life, and my vacations in between. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Pretty gloomy outside right now, but it's kind of warm, which is nice as opposed to it being on the cooler side. I'm on my way to see a few clients today. I'm going to begin the day doing a lash fill, and then I will do a dermaplane facial with a treatment mask along with LED light on another client. And that same client, I will be doing a lash tint and also a brow shaping and tint. And then I'll conclude the day by doing another lash fill. After I'm done with all of that, I am going to hop back on here because I want to talk to you guys about how I am dealing with haters. Or maybe they're not haters, they just like to leave some negative comments. But I have a new approach, a better approach, and I'm going to share that with you guys. Maybe you guys will find some value in it as well. So let me get to my destination, set up, and then I will hop back on here and talk to you guys about that. All right? Okay, you guys, I am back. I'm done for the day. I was thinking I should just go home and then hop back on here, but I'm not going to have that much light. And once I get home, I just want to go inside. This is kind of a continuation of what I had said in my video when I was leaving Greece and coming back to the States, where I'm not sure if you guys saw that video, but I talked about how that trip really changed my life spiritually. And without boring you guys with all the details, let me just give you the Reader's Digest version of where I'm going with this. When I got baptized like over 30 years ago, I was on fire for the Lord. I was having amazing quiet times. I was journaling and highlighting and underscoring in my Bible, and I really did not even want to go to work. I just really wanted to just study the Bible, you know? And I've definitely gotten away from that. And was just really having a hard time. Even though I, preach all the time, people need to be reading their Bible. I still do believe that. But I was having a hard time just reading my Bible because I've read it so many times. I know the stories, I know the commands. I think a lot of Christians get like that though, where, you don't really read the Bible that much. That trip to Greece changed all that. As I mentioned in the other video, it might sound like I'm rambling, but I am getting to the point of how I'm dealing with haters. So just bear with me, okay? I mentioned in the video that I normally would have like a low profile purse, just for my phones and glasses. But after that trip, I just really had this conviction that I wanted to just carry my Bible with me, just always have it with me, just always being prepared. If I ran across someone that wanted to study the Bible or look at some scriptures, I would be prepared. You do have it on your phone, but I just felt like, just for me, that's just really lazy. I know the orders of the books of the Bible, and that's just really important to me, and I don't want to lose that, and I don't want to take the lazy approach of just searching for it on an app, and I just want something tangible in my hands. Really feeling like I'm just really returning to my first love of the Bible. And that tour guide, as I mentioned in the video, I know most of you guys, probably none of you, watched the entire video because it was long. But when you get the chance, just have it playing in the background, and occasionally glance at it. Anyway, so the tour guide, he just had such a command of the scripture, and just the way he was handling his Bible, it just really left an impression on me. So I did make the decision, as I said in my other video, that I did want to buy a purse that could hold a Bible. So this is the Bible. I did show it to you guys in my other video that I know you didn't watch, but that's okay. The video was mostly for me anyway. Anyway, so I got this Bible that I brought to Greece with me. It's just the New Testament. And let me first show you my purse. It is a low profile purse and is big enough to hold my Bible and everything else I was carrying in my other purse, except is big enough for this Bible. Anyway, what I love about this Bible is, let me just show you. I've been reading the book of John again, and that is the book that I do recommend for people to read if they really want to get to know who Jesus is. This is the book to read. So anyway, so I'm highlighting, I'm underlining, and I just love just the feel of this Bible in my hands. And I'm telling you, when I'm done studying the Bible all over again in this Bible, it's going to look like the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm not kidding. It's going to be all marked up. It's going to be read and reread and studied. And I'm just having just like the greatest time in my quiet times now. Like, I just do not miss my quiet times in the morning time. I definitely make a point to have them. And by the way, the theme of our church this year is fall in love with the Bible. And that's exactly what has happened to me. I've fallen back in love with the Bible again, reading the Bible. And it has spurred me on to create a playlist. So I created 2 new playlists. One, or actually 3. One was for the Greece trip. The other one is called Skincare on Wheels. And that's where I just do 1-minute short videos just to talk about skincare stuff, because I've had this channel, or at least I've been re-engaged with this channel for the last 2.5 years. And yes, you guys know that I'm an esthetician. I have this mobile vehicle. And not once have I shared any skincare advice. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, this is not a tutorial channel, and I don't want this channel to be that. And I don't want to necessarily just be showing how I'm doing services. The clients are in the background, so the channel has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. So I thought that I'm going to start doing these 1-minute shorts for skincare. And then I thought, I always wanted to incorporate my faith in my channel. I just didn't really know how I was going to do it. And then as a result of, creating the Skincare on Wheels playlist, I decided that I would create it's called the 1-minute gospel playlist. And I just sit here in this chair and I talk about a Bible or something I've learned or a particular subject. I'm having fun doing both of them, actually. And it just gives me a way to just talk about my convictions, actually to share my convictions, see what your convictions are. I really am speaking to those that do call themselves Christians, and for those that, aren't Christians or maybe don't want anything to do with Christianity, I'm hoping that they'll just at least listen, because it is only 1 minute. Most people don't say negative things when it comes to, what I'm sharing about my expertise. But when it comes to the Bible, sometimes people say negative things. Actually, I'm only talking about 2 comments on 2 different platforms. But what amazes me is I'm talking about scripture, I'm quoting scripture. Any person who calls himself a Christian knows what I'm talking about. But I will get comments that don't even make any sense at all. Some comments will be, and this is like some time ago, I'm not talking about since I created this playlist, will make a comment that either it's strictly based on the title of the video, they did not listen to the video, or maybe they did view the video and their comment makes absolutely no sense. It had nothing to do with my video. And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they accidentally sent me this message. Maybe it was meant for someone else. And I'm speaking in particular about one video. You guys can go back and look at it, because I am going to respond. I haven't responded yet, but by the time this video goes out, I will respond. Oh, let me tell you why I'm going to respond and how. Oh, let me step back. How I'm going to respond. Now, the old me would respond quickly and in such a way that my tone is very sharp and very biting. That's the old me. Now, I have to take a step back and I do not respond right away. I pray about it and then respond. And I always respond in kind. And the short is called Coward or Secret Christian. I don't even remember what that person said. Something about me spreading falsehood or something like that. In that video, I wasn't spreading falsehood. I was actually talking about a story in the Bible. There were 2 secret disciples of Jesus. And so I used them as an example. I was talking about them and just wondering, kind of a secret service Christian exists today. And anyway, for them to say, I was like, I believe the comment said something about me spreading falsehood. So this was a couple days ago and I have not responded. And the way I'm going to respond, and the reason I'm going to respond, especially when people say something about things I've said about the Bible, the reason why I feel compelled to pray about it and respond is because if they are totally in left field somewhere with their response, then I don't want to leave them there. I want to show them scripture and to correct their thinking through the Bible. So I am taking the approach that I want God to speak and just speak the truth in love. Because the old me was not like that at all. And I always feel like I have to defend myself, but I have to also think about how Jesus was not like that. He was not about defending himself because he didn't have to. So the reason why I will respond to those comments over others, I don't really get that many ridiculous comments. And when I do, I don't respond to those. But when it comes to the Bible and when it comes to Jesus, and if someone is claiming to be a Christian or not, I always respond let me back up. I always respond with the Bible, because what I find is that shuts down the conversation. And also the reason why I feel compelled to respond when I am being attacked, or I hate to even say the word attacked, but maybe that's what it is. They never come with scripture, ever. It is always, it's always their opinion, never backed up by scripture, ever. And so that's why I don't do the same thing. This is why I tell people they need to be reading the Bible, because what happens? Deception creeps in. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know, you can't discern between the truth and what's not true. And that's why the Bible is so important. The baseline of truth is in the Bible. So this is how I respond to haters, especially when it comes to my faith, or the misguided. Maybe they're not haters, they're just uninformed. And I feel like as a Christian, I just cannot leave them there. I want to help them. That's my way of helping them, is to respond in kind, to not respond, first of all, not respond right away, because for me to respond right away is not going to be nice. And I will be defensive, and I don't want to be defensive. And so that's why I think about it, I pray about it, and I keep praying about it, because I really want the Bible to speak for me. I have this one person, not on YouTube, but on another platform, that has responded again to the same subject, which I have not even looked at, I haven't responded to. And when that happens, you know, I feel like I'm not going to back down. I'm not a coward. I am not going to back down. In fact, I'm going to double down on what I'm saying. The point of all this is when people oppose you, and it can even go so far as just being flat out haters, to do not respond right away, because we need the opportunity to take the emotion out of it. Because they're emotional, and if you're emotional, it starts to spiral out of control emotionally. And I don't want to be that way. I have a lot of things that I'm working on, and this could be a huge distraction, but I don't want it to be a distraction. And that is what the enemy wants to do, wants to distract me from a huge blessing that God has coming my way. That's what I believe. God has a huge blessing coming my way, and here are these distractions, and I just will not let it distract me. So I have to double down on being more Christ-like, taking the emotion out of situations like this. And it's not even a huge situation either, but it could be when you get your emotions involved, and I'm just not going to do that. So that's my advice to you guys, to take a step back, don't respond right away, think about it, pray about it, and then respond. So I hope that helps someone out there. I don't know if I was rambling on or not, because this is not scripted. Most of the stuff I talk about is not scripted. Actually, yeah, like none of it is scripted. Anyway, you guys, I hope you found this video to be of some value. Please let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, take care.